Hey, what's going on, guys? I thought we'd talk a little bit about saddles. So I've had a few people reach out, just having some questions on the saddles I ride, makers, seat size, stirrups, rig and style, whole deal. So I thought we'd make a video on the two main saddles I'm using right now. To begin with, this is a Wade slick fork, obviously. So what that means is, right, there's no swells here, right? This is, if you guys have watched our videos, this is one of the saddles we do a lot of first saddlings with. It's real light synthetic, but you could see the swells or the pommels there. So yeah, slick forks, no swells, obviously. This is a stock saddle. This is what I'll usually do first rides in for the colts, and ride a lot of horses in for training in this. So stock saddle, not super nice, but rides really good. Reasonably priced. If you guys are looking for a nice working saddle, stock saddles aren't a bad option. Excuse me. But yeah, this dude's a good saddle, good working saddle. Again, nothing too fancy. This is a stock saddle from Colorado Saddlery, I believe. Nothing wrong with their rigs, but nothing super fancy again. But works good, gets the job done, and good for getting colts rode. So one thing I will mention, this is a double rig. It's got 3/4 rigging though also on it, so you can ride it double or single rig. Something that's important to mention here is for slick forks. So why do we ride slick forks? One, they're really conducive for roping. There's nothing in the way, right? And also Wades in specific have a groove right here, a little lip. And that's going to be beneficial because, again, we're trying to keep all our dallies funneling here. So that's going to just facilitate in that. It's also going to help when you rope something and you need to doctor. You can pull your slack through there and lock those dallies in, get off and do your job. So this is really the most conducive saddle for roping, in my opinion. Really any slick fork. But yeah, so this is saddle number one. Again, stock saddle, but really nice feeling, good working saddle. We'll move over here. This is saddle I use for a little bit more finished horses, horses that are coming along a little bit more. Yeah, this is a slick fork by Bryce Williams. I believe he's out of Idaho, Williams Saddlery. And man, he makes a really nice saddle. So this is border stamped. It's got your loop seat. It's got your exposed stirrup leathers. And then something to mention on this is also 3/4 rig, and this is a single rig, so no back cinch. But if you guys are looking for saddles, when you go to buy one, make sure you've got these twisted leathers. You can see this. That helps your stirrups hang straight, if you can see that, instead of doing that. So yeah, if I could give you my 2 cents on something that's just gonna make your saddle the most comfortable ride possible, and worth a little bit of extra money. But if you're getting a custom saddle like this is, I'm pretty sure these are stock on most saddles nowadays. So yeah, these are going to help out your knees, help out your ankles. So yeah, this I believe this tree technically is a Wade. Doesn't look so much like a Wade, but I love the look of the saddle. I love the feel of it. This saddle sits really tight to a horse. You don't have a lot of leather in between. It's a really nice feeling rig. If you guys are looking for a new saddle, I would definitely recommend Bryce for building you one. Reasonably priced too, and does a great job. So what else to say about this? Hobble ring back there. I want to say this is a 15.5 seat. That one over there, I believe, is 16, something like that. And again, guys, single rig, 3/4 rigging. 3/4 fits pretty much 95% of horses these days. The only horses it's going to have a hard time on is colts because they don't have withers. But yeah, love the single rigs. it's got a crossover rope strap here, as you can see. One of the benefits of the crossover is that, you know, when I take my rope down, I can tuck this strap either under my thigh or across, and get that out of the way, and then I don't have this buckle on this right side. So it's just a little bit cleaner on the right side when you're roping and dallying. It's going to be able to give you a more secure rope, because what I do is I wrap around, go around the horn, wrap around the rope, and then back to here. So it's leveraging on the horn more. What else? Yeah, so a little bit about slick forks. Again, that just means no swells, no pommels here. I hear a lot of people, and I think this is maybe just a little bit of a misconception. It has some truth to it, but, you know, I occasionally have clients come to me that say, oh yeah, I can't ride slick forks. You know, I have nothing to hold on to if my horse, you know, spooks or blows up or whatever. And to some degree, that's true, right? Because on saddles with swells, you see bronc riders, you know, in the rodeos, they'll lock their knees into those swells a little bit. That totally helps. But, and just to be clear, I didn't come up with this idea. This is in like a ton of books. I think it's in a Rojas book for sure. But yeah, basically what I'm getting at here is these saddles are designed to be like swings, be like pendulums almost. So one of the reasons, aside from roping, they don't have swells is they're not supposed to be built as rough out saddles, in my opinion. And in a traditional mindset, these are either supposed to be stamped, slick seats, or tooled. The reason that is so that your seat can rock back and forth here. So if a horse blows up, you're supposed to be able to swing in this pendulum. You got to stay loose. You got to have a little bit of a looser feel when a horse falls apart. But this is supposed to rock you back and forth and keep sending you back into your seat. When you have swells, right, if you get rocked forward and your thigh comes over that swell, it's going to hang you up and you're really going to be screwed because you're off balance, right? You're out of time with that horse. So yeah, these are intended to be like pendulums right here. And that's mentioned in quite a few famous books, but I find it to be true also. Not to say I'm some expert bronc rider, but you know, I train horses for a living, and I've had quite a few blow up on me, and I'm always riding in slick forks, and I find, you know, you stay loose, you know, you don't need to lock your knees into those pommels, and you know, you could stay with them pretty all right, depending on the horse. But one thing that's important to mention as well is this obviously is the colt saddle or young horse saddle, because I've got this on here. Not a big fan of just hanging onto my rope, because I'm not in the habit of it. And the reason I'm not in the habit of it is when I'm roping, if a horse falls apart, I've got nothing, right? I have nothing to hold on to because my rope's not there. So I've always rode with, these are called either night latches, bucking straps, whatever you want to call them. And you can have a fancy one like this. You can just put a piece of leather, a dog collar, or whatever. Doesn't need to be too fancy. But, you know, you've got this over here always. So when you take your rope down the rope, if something does happen, you've got a chance at grabbing a hold in that, locking your wrist in and sitting tight. But that's just my 2 cents. I always ride with a night latch for this saddle. This saddle where I'm riding a little bit more refined horses, I don't have one on here. You know, depending on the horse, if I'm doing something that might be pushing that horse quite a bit, that's a situation where I might put something on here, maybe just a piece of rope, piece of leather. But yeah, just good practice to have, guys, especially if you're roping on young horses, is just put a night latch on or something, just in case, because the last thing I want to do is give that horse an experience where, you know, maybe we're roping for the first few times and they blow up and then we get pitched off, and that's not a situation I want to be in. So I try and do everything to avoid that, and the night latch does help that. So one thing to say about the night latch is horse blows up with it, you are going to bang the heck out of your hand into your gullet here. Yeah, I would say, you know, I've got, man, way too many injuries to count from banging, cuts, bruises, split my knuckles open in there. you know, sometimes you may, depending on how tall your night latch comes up, you may catch your thumb on that horn. But you know, it's worth it in my opinion. I like having my hand close to that horn right there, and you know, you can sit them all right. Again, you got to stay loose, and you know, on slick forks, the slick seat, tooled seat, stamped seat, anything that's not rough out is really conducive to that, because you swing in this pendulum. So that's just a little bit of history on slick forks, about, you know, really these seats should be as slick as possible. Conversely, obviously, right, anything with swells, ideally should probably be rough out. And that's just because of the principle, right? Those swells lock you in. You don't want to be swinging in that seat, and that rough out helps with that. So they're kind of opposing ideas, right? This is the pendulum. You swing it smooth. The other one locks you in with the swells, locks you in with the rough out seat. But I'm not saying that every saddle has to be like that. Just traditionally, I think that was how things kind of went more. Obviously, the swells having rough out, and the slick forks being stamped or tooled. So hope that makes sense, guys. Just a little bit about the saddles here. Again, this one's by Bryce Williams, out of Williams Saddlery in Idaho, I believe. Makes an awesome rig, and yeah, if you guys are looking for a new saddle, I would highly recommend him. So as always, guys, comments, leave them below. Oh, you know what? One thing I did want to mention was the taps here. So Bryce did an awesome job building these taps. I have got a few pair of taps, and the problem, you know, if anybody rides taps out there that's watching, I don't ride taps on the Colt saddle, because one, when a horse blows up, these taps have a little bit of weight. They're always trying to leave your foot a little bit when things get fast. And if a horse blows up, you're losing your stirrups with taps. So these taps only go on saddles for more refined horses, in my opinion. Because again, it's just going to be something you're fighting if a horse falls apart. But the reason we have taps on this saddle is these are awesome for working cows. You can flick them, and they essentially work as flags on the ground. So you can work calves with them, you know, work yearlings, whatever. Anything that's just a little bit lower to the ground, they'll catch this in their eye. They'll see that flick. It'll just be a form of pressure to them. Also, you can create a little bit of noise. So if you're at an alley or something, and whatever really job you're trying to do, if you're trying to turn something back, you're trying to keep something moving, just that motion right there with both taps is pretty good. Also, they protect you from brush, right, as you guys can see all that. Not like we're riding through the nastiest stuff, but, you know, we do have quite a bit of brush around here. And lastly, they're not too bad to look at, so. But, yeah, just my recommendation, guys. Don't ride taps on saddles you're doing colts with, and don't ride taps on, you know, really just anything that is going to be maybe a younger horse, or something that has a potential to fall apart. Just because, again, those taps have a tendency to want to leave your feet if a lot of movement starts being created. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I just did want to mention that. So again, guys, yep. Just talking about saddles here in this video. Had a ton of requests to bring this up, so just wanted to mention this. As always, guys, if you enjoy content like this, click subscribe, click like. We really appreciate it. And any questions or comments, leave them below. We'll get back to you guys. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.